One is that it's ECOWAS, MERCOSUR, and CPLP, right? Let's say you want to look at Spain or Portugal, go read their constitutions. There's something truly interesting there. So in this video, I'm going to discuss the magic of an African passport, and not just any ordinary passport. This is a special kind of citizenship because of two reasons. This is something that you can actually get, and then again, two reasons. This has some very unique and special features. This can expedite other nationalities. I'm going to discuss or touch upon that in a second here. Before we get into that discussion, I wanted to share my thoughts on why this is such a great option for certain people. Now, you have the commercial off-the-shelf passports, right? You have passports from Turkey, Egypt, the five Caribbean, Vanuatu, and then there's a couple of other on and off sort of programs. The problem with some of that, and this is my personal opinion, other people might not see this as a problem, but this is something that I particularly see a problem, is that it has a certain reputation. It's a CBI reputation, which is citizenship by investment. You have paid a cash and you have purchased this passport, and they're known programs. So when you're traveling around the world, people know that they're selling these off the shelf. You've gone to a shop, or let's say a country, let's not call it a shop, these are nations, but you've gone to the country, you handed over some cash, and you've purchased one of these, and people know about it. So that's in the limelight, that's in the spotlight. Everyone, believe me, everyone knows about this, and there's obviously a ton of investigations going on, right, across countries. The countries are self-investigating as well. So that is what some people, when they're seeking a plan B, what is the meaning of a plan B? Plan B is a place which is safe. You can go. Not many people know about it. It's a private place where you can go. As long as you're legal and as long as doing the right things, it's a place where you should be able to be left alone. When you're going through busted, and some of these are busted, not all, but when you're going through busted plan Bs, right? Everyone knows about it. There's investigation going on, maybe now or in future or both. Probably both, right? So now, yes, there's due diligence, which is good. I completely support due diligence, but there should be some sanity to it. It should not go overboard. It should not go crazy. Investigations for a year is tiresome when you're paying to get investigated. Now that is an issue that a lot of people have identified, and that's where I think something that's more in demand and more useful is citizenship by exception. And a lot of smart people, a lot of savvy investors, successful people, they're looking for citizenship by exceptions, which are not open for all, which cannot be purchased from a shop, let's say a country. These are based on some special connections between you and the country. That's where a type of a recommendation also helps, where it's citizenship by recommendation, where yes, you have the background, yes, you have the capabilities. So a lot of service providers, including us, right, we're looking for options which are special, options which can be recommended based on the profile. The person hasn't done anything wrong. They're simply looking for a plan B for future. Maybe it's geopolitical diversification, maybe it's asset protection, all with good legal intent. That is where you feel you can obviously go for an exception. The country knows you're clean, the country is benefiting, you're benefiting. It's a win-win situation, and that's where this option that I'm going to discuss today is a very special one. Now, there are citizenship by exceptions in Europe. It's known for awarding those type of citizenships. The volumes, the money that you pump in those countries slightly higher. And I recently made a video about Argentina's Milei, who has obviously talked about opening up the property market to purchase by cash. No reporting, no taxation is what he said, and you can refer to that video here. And he's looking at citizenship by investment options. A lot of companies have presented that to him. So obviously we are awaiting the results of that. And if you are subscribed to this channel, this one would be the first channel to report on it, so you will be notified if you are subscribed. Now let's come back to this video. This option from Africa has two critical features which a lot of people, and this has created a stir, this has created a storm. I'm getting extraordinary amount of interest for this option because of two reasons. One is that it's ECOWAS, so you have direct rights in 7 or 8 ECOWAS countries. A lot of people are buying farmlands in Africa. Dirt cheap, right? Those lands are dirt cheap for certain type of people. So that's a big advantage. With an ID card, an ECOWAS ID card, you're going to freely travel. You can stay there for 90 days. And if you're interested, if you want to start a business or want to work or whatever the case might be, you can easily convert that into a residency permit for ECOWAS citizens. And then obviously you have the whole market to yourself. That's just one part of the puzzle. The second part of the puzzle is the Portuguese connection. This is a CPLP, Portuguese speaking country, very finite countries, 7 to 8 countries. It's rare to find any country which sits on both, right, which overlaps. This one does. Now, of course, it only makes sense for the country to not publish its program and get busted. This is again limited opportunity. Such limited opportunities, they come and they go, but special people recognize the importance of such opportunities in their life, and then they move quickly. Now, we are currently doing this program start to finish, right? Direct government program, legit legal citizenship. This is not one of those passports from the street. Stay away from those, right? Those are not going to serve you long term. This is a perfectly legal, proper government issued citizenship. The 4 things that you get. You get the citizenship certificate, which is very important. The basis on which this is awarded. Now, the Constitution does have provisions where this is allowed. This is legal, perfectly legal. We can go over it, right? So when you reach us, we obviously talk about the provisions. We talk about the different options to obtain the citizenship. This is dirt cheap citizenship, in my opinion. And when I say dirt cheap, I'm talking about far cheaper than some of the CBI options at the fraction of the cost, right? And I would just like to throw a hint out there. It's obviously less than 100K, and that's why I think of this so highly. They've properly priced this well below that limit, and it does not come anywhere near some of those busted or tainted commercial off-the-shelf passports, right? And what are some of the notable direct visa-free access that you get? Now, there is obviously a lot of visa-free access like on any passport, but this one in particular shines, where you have direct visa-free access to places like Philippines, Singapore, e-visa to Qatar, and bunch of other places. It has good access that matters. 4 or 5 good countries where you would actually go to when shit hits the fan. Apart from that, the whole ECOWAS connection. So that's really a solid option in the bag. And let's say you want to naturalize in other countries. Let's come to that a bit, right? So CPLP, it has some limited advantages in Portugal. It has substantial advantages in Brazil. Now, according to the Brazilian constitution, and again, this is not immigration advice, go talk to a Brazilian attorney and confirm this, but according to the Brazilian constitution, anyone who is a national, right, and I haven't seen them define the national by birth or by naturalization, it just says a national or a citizen of a CPLP country can naturalize in Brazil in a year. Of course, it requires a permanent residency. That's where you would get something like a Viper. I've discussed the whole Viper option in this video. You can go and return and check this. There are a couple of really interesting options where you can strike Viper. $30,000 to, let's say, 200K. That's the range where you can strike the Viper permanent residency. And once you have the permanent residency and this nationality, now this is limited, right? So this may or may not last, but currently we have this option open. Let's say you have a nationality from this country, then of course you can look at naturalizing in Brazil and also adding a third option to your portfolio, which is the MERCOSUR advantage. So ECOWAS, MERCOSUR, and CPLP, right? Let's say you want to look at Spain or Portugal, go read their constitutions. There's something truly interesting there. So you have so many advantages that you can unlock. Finally, the best for the last, this only takes a few days, right? Up to 30 days. And you should be able to have your nationality. Now, before you go, make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you don't miss out on any changes, right? The moment there's such opportunities, I try to report them firsthand as soon as possible and also when they close. So if you are subscribed, you shall be notified. Now, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and catch you in the next one.